Hey everyone, it's Brandon here for RC Flight School. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to program your SBOC to your transmitter. Now, I'm using a DX6i. This is probably the most common transmitter out there from Spektrum that you'll be using. If you have a DX7 or DX8, the process will be slightly different in terms of how you access your menus, but very similar. So let's get started. Okay guys, I'm starting this out as if we just pulled the plane out of the box and we need to bind it to the transmitter first. Now you can see here I have the Trojan Model 1 selected on my DX6i. So to start out with a new model, I'm going to click to get to the menu settings, Model Select, and we're going to scroll over to a blank spot, Model 6. Click. It's going to download that profile. And if you'd like, you can scroll down all the way down to Setup List. Make sure under Model Type we're on Acro for plane, which we are. Go back to the list, and if you scroll down to model name, you can go down here, click again, and now you can name the model. So you can go through all the symbols and letters and whatnot. I'm not going to do that now to save some time, but go back to list, all the way up to main, and now we have our new profile. Now we need to bind it, so I'm going to turn the remote off and plug in the battery on the plane. Now it's very important you do this first. On these micros, by plugging in the battery first, we're putting it into bind mode. Wait for it to enter bind mode, and you know it's in bind mode when you see the red blinking light. You can see in there, the light's blinking red quickly. So it is in bind mode, searching for a transmitter. On our DX6i, we're going to hold down the bind switch on the back, where my finger is here. Zoom out just a bit so you can see it. Hold that down and turn on the radio. Now it's in bind mode. I can let off and let it finish the job. Give it a few seconds to link up. And now we're bound. If I move this, I got control of the plane, so I know I linked up. Now the first step before we do anything else is to make sure, absolutely make sure all the channels are moving in the right direction. We want to make sure that aileron is spinning the ailerons properly, elevator, rudder, and throttle works. I'm going to check that now off camera. And because I'm using a Spektrum radio with a Spektrum product, they all move in the right direction. So we're good on that front. Okay, now we can go into some more detailed programming.